My head is almost cut off, but that's okay. New angles. Okay. Agua. Let's pick some ruins for your journey today. I made these ruin stones myself in the Misty Mountains around my home. Okay, we have ruin number 6. And let's see if one more comes out. For water today. Let's see, one more ruin or no? I feel like one more still wants to come out. Let's see. Yeah, I knew it. Okay. Oh my god, this is the ruin horror that comes out almost every single reading. I call this the ruin horror. Okay. It's the travel rhythm spontaneity ruin, and it likes to come out every single reading. Like I said, I made these, so of course I would make a couple horrors. Right? 6, okay, 5 and 6, 11. Okay, so travel rhythm spontaneity, and then creativity, inspiration, vitality. So you might find information, I was going to say, inspiration traveling around, especially if you're an artist. I do find sometimes when I go out, I'll get an inspiration to do a new painting, or I'll be inspired to come home and do a reading. Like sometimes you have to get out and travel around and, spend a couple hours in your car, especially if you have one, like get in there, fill the tank up and just go places you've never gone. That was my favorite thing to do back a couple of years ago when I was finding myself, was I just got into my car and I took all of these roads that I've always wanted to go down my whole life. Because I grew up where I lived. I just recently moved from there, which was kind of like, whoa, that's a shock to the system. But my whole life I would just see roads and just always wonder where that road went. And then suddenly I just went, fuck it. Rolled a couple doobies and grabbed a couple coffees and off I went down all these roads, even if they were dead ends. Really didn't care. Some led to people's properties, some led to eerie places, some led me back to the beginning where I started. I had no idea. So you might find inspiration traveling around, and you might get a spontaneous boost of vitality. You might suddenly feel 10 years younger. You might suddenly feel absolutely beautiful. Like sometimes you have to get out, you have to pick up the rhythms of the world, you have to pick up the rhythms around you and the currents and the feel-good dimensions, not always sitting in front of your TV being, kind of captivated by things on a screen that you want to do or you want to be a part of, right? Become a part of that, and something really might break through. Surprisingly, getting in your car and driving around is sometimes just the most fun you could ever have. Honestly, you time, just getting to know you. You put all your favorite songs on. You've got a convertible, pop that top back, just have some good conversations with your soul out loud. Talk to yourself. Get to know yourself, what you like to do. You might just suddenly feel a burst to do something. So let's see what comes out with animal. It's coming out with animal for Volta. 6 and 5 ruin. Ooh, my lovely little otter friend came out. The horse, the mouse, the hyena. Oh, okay. So we've got the 6 of cups. We've got the 6 of wands. 6, 6. Clickety click. I don't know if you ever played bingo, but what's clickety click? 66. Then we have the 2 of pentacles and the Knight of Wands. Oh, the Devil is on top. 3 of Pentacles on the bottom. Six of Cups, 6 of Wands. Oh, okay. So when you're out driving around, gaining your vitality back, and finding rhythm and creation in your surroundings, you might connect with something from the past. And there is victory with the past. So, if you suddenly, I've got all my ruin stones written here, because some of them mean like 4 different things. Like, I'm dyslexic, I'll never be able to memorize, but they're slowly coming to me. Like, it's hard for me to memorize. I'm not a good memorizer, which is why I never went to school, because I can't memorize. So, if you find creativity in travel or some type of inspirational, spontaneous vitality boost, okay, connecting with something from your past. So you might feel, this might be a person, but it's the Knight of Wands with the Two of Pentacles. So I feel like this has something to do with your work. I really do. I feel like you have to connect with something in your past in order for the Two of Pentacles to come through. And then the Knight of Wands is going to deliver the Two of Pentacles. So you might all of a sudden get 2 job offers. Okay? With what you're planting. Because the thing is once we go into our roots and once we go into the past, like, I'm not talking 10 years ago. Sometimes I'm talking about decades. I mean, I'm talking centuries ago. Okay? Some of the first people that were ever here. Right? If you go back to that, like, suddenly I just started seeing, I haven't had social media forever, and I don't. Sometimes I just go on Instagram and creep, like, you know, rappers and people that I love. And I have been connecting really, really hard with Viking. Stuff from Viking era, which is probably why I'm using ruin stones. That the ruins actually might have been the things that did it. Going into the mountains quite a bit could have been what connected me with the hardcore Vikings back in the day. I've been thinking about Braveheart forever too, and just thinking, like, man, back then, every time we changed, every time a king stepped in, and like, we have a new king now, right? Like, Canada's run is bought by the Queen, right? So Canada is Britain law. It's all, yeah, British land, basically. It's all Queen land. And you know, maybe you're buying something. Like if you travel, say if you travel somewhere like Scotland, or if you travel somewhere like Ireland, you might pick up something. You might be like, damn, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be carving knives and making fucking coffins. Like sometimes you have to see something and you connect with it instantly, and then you go, that's the part of my world I'm missing. That's the part of my work I'm missing. That's the part of me that I haven't been able to connect with for so long. And now that I've taken myself somewhere and I've done something for myself, you might reconnect with your soul in a different way, or reconnect with a soul that you had a long time ago. I mean, they say that we do soul swap, and they say that we do connect with souls through different dimensions that we have worked with before, or been in company before, or been in family with before, right? It's all about patterns of the past. The only reason why we're here, for the most part, why human gets born here, is because of karma and dharma, things that we haven't dealt with, things that we'll never deal with. We have to just keep coming back and dealing with these things. And suddenly, if you go somewhere, you travel somewhere, especially now that COVID is basically obsolete, right? You might all of a sudden get the urge to go and do something that you've never done before, and that could really connect you with your roots. And suddenly, you come back a Viking, you come back a steampunk, you come back a different person, because you finally picked up the soul that you needed. It's going to happen fast, and once you connect with it, then that's where I feel like you might get the urge to do something different with your job. You might all of a sudden be like, I can't do this anymore. I have to go and explore myself doing this. I have to go and work for a blacksmith. I have to go and do something because I'm being called, and sometimes that call, if you don't answer, it's not going to call back again. You kind of have to jump on the wagon when you're ready. And if this is victory, you going back into your past and connecting with that side of yourself is victory. That's where you win. 10 of Cups. Oh, the wise owl. Honestly, the wise owl. there's a lot of night here, a lot of dark. So you could be getting something telepathically delivered to you through your dreams. But with the owl always sees things that other people don't or other animals don't. An owl is always watching. An owl will sit there all night and watch for its prey. It will watch for its attack. It's always watching. An owl is always fucking watching. Except when it sleeps, and it sleeps inside trees. So then you can't see it. It's genius, right? You might go somewhere and sleep in your car, which is kind of awesome. I love sleeping in my car. I love traveling and sleeping in my car. It's amazing. You wake up, you're outside, you get your little stove out, you make coffee in the mountains, you make coffee in the middle of nowhere. Like, it's fucking awesome. Like, living raw is living the best. Get out of your hotels, get out of your business trips, get out of that bullshit. Just do something that's authentically you, that's going to be hard on you, that's not just the easiest trip in the world and I just got swept away by bliss. Like, nah, man, get some blood in your fingers, friggin' fall a couple times, like, do something that humans are supposed to be doing, not little dolls sitting on little porches or little buses going, I can't do anything because I can't get my nails dirty. Like, no, get dirty, okay? Get dirty, get nitty gritty. Look at that. The firefly right on the bottom, 3 of Wands. Really light this up because I think you've been hanging in your energy, pushing away things and doing what you need to do so then you can get your grounding. But there's also a point where you hang in stagnation for too long. So if you get the urge to go and do something, I really suggest doing it because it might crack open something that you've been waiting for a really long time. It might just be the answer that you thought would never come. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'm Moonshine, and thank you for joining the channel, everybody. See you later.